Hi, would you describe yourself as a person who is lazy, someone who is not productive, or someone who loves to procrastinate a lot? One thing I'll tell you is that I have been in all three situations, and in this video, I'm going to give you tips on how you can get your life together. This is how I got my life together. Stay tuned. Now, why do people procrastinate? Well, the answer is simple. They lack discipline. As someone who has successfully managed a business for nearly 2 years, here are a few tips I would advise that you employ to ensure that you are productive as an entrepreneur. Now, to explain better, I would like to give a little backstory of how I started my business, IELTS with Amara. I officially put in my resignation in August of 2020, and it was sort of like a 30-day notice. So I had 30 days to actually plan exactly what I was going to do. Immediately I stopped going to work. So the first thing that I did was, before even taking any step, that's just it, before taking any step, I felt utterly overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. I had like an idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have any clear steps. I felt overwhelmed with a lot of ideas. So the first thing, and which is the first step you should also take, the first thing that I did was I jotted down all my ideas. I jotted down the things I felt I needed to do to sort of like kickstart my business. So the first tip to put in place or to actually do if you feel unproductive, or if you're someone who procrastinates a lot, the first thing you should actually do is to write your thoughts down. Write things down. The essence of writing things down is just to give your head sort of like a clear picture of the activities that you need to take, like activities is the word. Activities, the things that need to be done to ensure you reach your goal. So writing things down is very important. A lot of people do not take this particular thing seriously. Most people will just have it at the back of their mind. Oh, I'm going to do this, oh, I'm going to do that, and then they don't write it down and they forget. This is how people forget their ideas. So you want to make sure that you write things down. So a few of the things that I wrote on my list where the first thing was definitely to create an IG page, Instagram page for my business. I wrote that I had to create awareness for my business. I had to start creating awareness in that 30-day window. And yeah, I also wanted to collaborate with content creators and influencers who were already on that space, so that they can help to sort of like generate traffic to my Instagram page when I was ready to start taking clients. So these are just a couple of things that I wrote down, and so writing them down just made me have a clear vision of what I needed to do within that 30-day period. The next step is to organize. You've written down all these points, you've written down all these things that you need to do, but then you have to actually organize yourself. You have to prepare yourself. So creating an IG page is easy. Anybody can do that. But the content that you have to put on your IG page, you need to do that with intention. So I began to organize content that I had to post. Like, I had to start, first of all, I even had to design, because I didn't even have money to pay a graphic designer, or I didn't have money to pay a social media manager. I knew I had to do these things myself. So one of the things I did was to create a sort of like logo for my business. I had to start drafting out the content of the letter that I was going to send to these influencers on Instagram. I had to just start organizing a lot of things. I also had to start organizing like what sort of content I was going to put on my page. It still involved writing things down. So it was like I had to start thinking of, tips. I had to start thinking of content that would be captivating to my audience, that would actually make people to, want to buy my service, make people want to follow my Instagram page, and also to tell their friends and family or their acquaintances of what I did, or the service that I rendered. So the second thing you need to do is organize. The first thing you're going to do is to write these things down. That is plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So write these things down, and when you write these things down, the next step is for you to organize all the things that need to be done. It's sort of like setting things in place before action begins. So yeah, that's the second thing. Organize yourself. Organize. Now that you have written things down, you've organized yourself by organizing, things that need to be done. The next step, which is like the final step, is to get things done. You cannot keep saying, I will do it, and then a day goes by, a week goes by, a month goes by, and you haven't taken any action. You have to motivate yourself to do stuff. You have to keep on reminding yourself of the consequences that would come out from you not actually carrying out a plan that you have already penned down. Okay, one reason why a lot of people do not end up doing anything is because they have nobody to be accountable to. Yes, they have nobody to be accountable to. They just keep on encouraging themselves. I didn't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next tomorrow. Why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it? Do it, and let it leave your mind. You need to have people that can hold you accountable, especially as an entrepreneur. It could be maybe family and friends that believe in what you're doing. It could be your mentor, your business mentor, the person who will hold you accountable. You need to actually work with somebody. If you feel like you're not disciplined enough to get things done, you need to bring someone or involve someone in your life or your business that would help you stay accountable. The truth is, as an entrepreneur, in fact, entrepreneurship is not easy. It is not easy at all. If you're someone who cannot hold yourself accountable, if you're someone who is not disciplined, then the entrepreneurship journey is definitely not for you. You probably work better in an organization where you have superiors, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is actually nothing wrong with that. As an entrepreneur, you have to be extra disciplined because you are the one who knows what is at stake if you do not get things done. Now, in today's age where people are working from home, it can be hard. It can be hard because some people are working from their bedrooms, some people are working from their houses, and then everything, like especially your bed, is close to you. So one thing I would also advise you to do, this can be like an extra tip, is to ensure that you build some sort of workstation. If it's in your bedroom, you should have a table and a chair just somewhere so that you don't sit on your bed and do work. I do not even encourage working like at home. Always find sort of like, there are various working spaces nowadays where you can just pay a token and you have access to the internet, you have access to a conducive environment, and you can get work done from there. So this video is just to encourage people who feel like they are not productive, they are not doing what needs to be done to push themselves, to propel themselves to success. I hope these few tips help you, and I'm just going to give a testimony of mine. I remember when I used to work in a particular school where I was not paid consistently, and one day I was just writing down my thoughts, and one of the things I wrote down was I would like to have a business that I can run from the comfort of my home. And I wrote this, I think 3 to 4 years back, and currently I thank God that is exactly what I am doing right now. I run my business from the comfort of my home, but bear in mind that I have a workstation. I have a workstation where I carry out all my tasks concerning my job. So yeah, I hope this video helps. If you like content like this, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe. All right, subscribe, join the family. And you can share this video with your friends. If you have a friend who you're always encouraging to be productive, to work hard, and the person is sort of like not really into it, you can share this video with them. And yeah, till I see you in my next one. Bye for now.